के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर तुम पालो अपना बसेरा। ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
बचाए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए। पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए। चलती कहीं भटक ना जाए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए। पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए, सच्ची कमाई कर लो भाई जीवन बीता जाए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए। पल पल बहती कल कल करती समय की नदियाँ गाए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए, ये घड़ी लौट ना आए।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Good morning. Today's date is 15th May and it is Sakar Baba's Murli, where Baba says that the poor ones are the most fortunate ones because they become the direct children of Baba, because of which they receive the unlimited inheritance from Baba and they receive salvation. The wealthy ones will not be able to remember Baba as much as the poor children remember. The poor children, they just remember Baba and they ensure that they don't get anyone's remembrance except Baba's. And Baba says this world is to become a graveyard and you shouldn't attach your heart to that. Baba says this one new aspect. Baba says that the centers and the sub-centers, they are the greatest pilgrimage, because that's the place from which you children become worthy, and other pilgrimages places, they don't have that much significance as Baba's centers or the sub-centers have. And Baba says each actor's role is predestined, it's destined in that drama. Let's listen to Baba's Murli. So the essence, sweet children, this world is to become a graveyard. Therefore, don't attach your heart to it. Remember the land of angels. Question: why is no one else in the world as fortunate as you poor children? Why is no one else in the world as fortunate as you poor children? Because Baba is the Lord of the poor children. Even the middle class families are considered as poor. Answer: because you poor children have become the direct children of the Father from whom you receive the inheritance of salvation. Only you poor children study this. Even if the wealthy study it a little, they would hardly be able to remember the Father. At the end, because their intellects are entangled in many business activities, at the end you will not remember anyone but the Father. Therefore, you are the ones who are the most fortunate. Baba says that the most fortunate ones are such souls or children who remember Baba. Song: the support of the heart shouldn't be broken. Om Shanti. The Father explains to you children, and you children understand that this world truly is to become a graveyard. Previously, this world was a land of angels, and now it has become old. Now it has become old, that is called the graveyard. Everyone has to be buried in this graveyard. Everything old is to be buried. That is, everything is to turn to dust. Only you children know this. The world doesn't know it. Once it becomes old, they discard that one. They just throw that. So all the old things, they have to be buried. Only you children know this. The world doesn't know it. Some people abroad are aware that it now seems to be the time for everything to be buried. You children know that the people abroad, when it's the time of settlement, that's why they always, in their religion also, they just bury the dead body. They don't burn, they just bury. They believe that when God comes, He just awakens the soul, or He gives that life. So you children know that our Baba, who establishes that land of angels, has come once again. You children also understand that if you attach your heart to this graveyard, you will experience a loss. You are now receiving your inheritance of unlimited happiness from the unlimited Father, exactly as you did in the previous cycle. This should remain. We are receiving the unlimited happiness, that is the inheritance of unlimited happiness from the unlimited Father. This should remain in the intellects of you children at every step, because this is Manmanabha. We must always remember that land of angels, the world where we are to go. Bharat was the land of angels. So Baba tells us to remember two things, that is to remember Baba and his inheritance. Only by staying in remembrance of the Father will you become the residents of that land of angels. Bharat was the land of angels and no other land becomes the land of angels. This is the pomp of Maya, Ravan. Whatever the means of happiness we find in today's world, Baba says that's the splendor of Maya. That's the temporary happiness that they receive. All of this will continue for a little while longer. This is an artificial show. Maya is false and the bodies are false. Today you get and tomorrow it doesn't exist. Things change. All of this will continue, and all of this is the splendor of the final time. Seeing all of this, people think that it is heaven now and it was hell before. During this 100 years, whatever inventions have taken place, whatever the technology advancements that people have found out, they feel that it's the heaven, because in the olden days they used to cook through artificial through old ways of cooking. Now they have gas and other domestic ways. So Baba says, by looking at the inventions, people feel that this is heaven, and they continue to build huge buildings. All of this show has now taken place in the last 100 years. The moment Baba has come, and all the inventions which are taking place, that's because those things have to be there in the golden age. That's why all the inventions have to take place after Baba comes. They continue to build huge buildings. All of this show has taken place in the last 100 years. All the telephones, electricity, or aeroplanes have been invented in the last 100 years. There is so much show. This is why they think it is heaven now. And what was old Delhi like? Now look how well they have built New Delhi. The roads, the buildings, they are just amazing in the New Delhi. They have even named it New Delhi. Bapu Gandhiji wanted there to be the new world, the kingdom of Ram, the land of angels. This is temporary pomp, because when the destruction takes place, everything just gets finished. And they build such huge buildings and mountains, etc. It is called artificial heaven for temporary period. You know that this place is not called heaven, it's called hell. There is even a show of hell. Of course, we have that temporary happiness. Do you feel this is heaven? This can't be called heaven, because the more we experience happiness in this world, we will also have to experience more sorrow. So Baba wants to say that this is the temporary happiness of this world, and this is the temporary show, and it is now about to finish. The Father now says to you children, firstly, remember the land of peace. All human beings are searching for peace, where they can find peace. The whole world asks questions. How can there be peace in the world? So do you find peace in this world, the present world? Though they search for peace, so they don't find peace in this world. The whole world asks the question, how can there be peace in the world? Human beings don't know that. In fact, that's why they always organize world peace conferences in the world. Human beings, they don't know that in fact we are the residents of the land of peace. We souls remain peaceful in the land of peace, where we experience that perfect peace. that is in the land of peace, and we then come here to play our parts. Of course, we experience peace in the golden age as well, and we don't find peace in this iron age. Only you children know this. You are now making effort to go to that land of happiness via land of peace. It is in the intellect of you, each of your souls, that you will now go to your home, the land of peace. There can't be any question of peace here. That's the world of sorrow. We can't find peace in this that is iron aged world. So when we remember Baba, we experience peace. This is the land of sorrow. Golden age is the pure world, and this iron age is an impure world, and you children have now received the understanding of all of these things. The people of the world don't know anything. People of the world don't know anything. It has entered your intellects that the unlimited Father is telling you the secrets of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world cycle. He also explains how the founders of the religions come and establish their religions. There are so many people in the world now. There are so many. The population is just more than 8 crore. Which country has got? So the India's population, just India stands first. So Bharat was heaven. It was very wealthy. There were no other religions. You children are being refreshed every day. Remember the Father and the inheritance. This also continues on the path of devotion. They point a finger upwards to remember God. They say that because the founders of the religions always have shown that their finger upwards, because which mean the God resides up above, because he's the resident of the Supreme Abode. He is up there. However, nothing happens by just remembering him in that way. They don't even know how they would benefit by having remembrance. They don't know what their relationship with him is, because they don't know God at all. Neither they don't know about God, nor do they know about the benefits of remembering God. At the time of sorrow, they call out, "O Ram." It is souls that remember, however, they don't know what peace and happiness are. It has now entered your intellects that all of you are children of the one Father. Therefore, why should there be any sorrow? You are to receive your inheritance of constant happiness from the unlimited Father. This is clearly shown in the picture. God is heavenly God, the Father who establishes God. God doesn't create hell for us. There is a song which says that the one who is creating the world, why have you created this world? So God hasn't created the hell. He had actually created heaven. That's why it's also said. That's why it's mentioned in other religious scriptures also. God created man in his own image. So God created the world in his own image. That means he created that perfect world just like him. So he is heavenly Godfather who establishes heaven. He only comes in Bharat, but no one understands this. The deity religion was definitely established at the Confluence age. How could it have been established in the golden age? However, none those of other religions, they don't know these things. Only the knowledgeful Father explains how the original eternal deity religion was established by saying that the duration of the golden age is the hundreds of thousands of years. They have made it very far away. Whatever is mentioned in the scriptures that the duration of the cycle or the age is hundreds of thousands of years, Baba says that's incorrect. You children have to explain using the pictures, and there used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. People don't know how and when they attained their kingdom. They just say that they were the masters of the golden age. People go and beg in front of their images and they receive something for temporary period. What do they go when they visit temples? The devotees, they just stand in the idols of the deities. Without begging, they don't come out. They always have one or another wish to be fulfilled. That's why Baba says they always beg. So they receive something for the temporary period. Of course, Baba also gives the return of their attitude or that regard they have. Even those who donate or perform charity receive some fruit for a temporary period. The head of a poor village assembly would have just as much happiness as the head of the wealthy village assembly. Even those who are poor consider themselves to be very happy. Just look at the places some poor people live in Bombay. Where do they stay? You children understand that no matter how much of a millionaire someone is, he is still unhappy. The poor just live in huts, they are still happy, and the millionaires, they live in such buildings, but still they are unhappy. So you would say that no one else is as fortunate as you. And what's the reason for us to be fortunate? What's the reason for us being happy? Baba. So we say for Baba, what we have attained, what we have to attain. We belong directly to the Father from whom we receive the inheritance of salvation. When we have found God, what else is required? Because we had concern for the one who stays beyond this world. When we found him, what else is required? So we belong directly to the Father from whom we receive the inheritance of salvation. Eminent people can never claim a high status in the golden age. Baba says all the eminent people, they can't claim. Those who are poor, they become wealthy. You are now studying because they make that effort. They always connect their intellects and they have that intense desire to move forward or to make effort. So you are not studying, whereas those people will remain without this knowledge. They may study a little, but they wouldn't be able to stay in the remembrance of the Father. At the end, you will not remember anything but the one Father. You know that everything is to be buried in the graveyard. It should remain in your intellect that the business, etc., that you do is only for a short period. The wealthy people build pilgrim rest houses, etc. They don't build those for a business. In some of the pilgrim rest houses, they charge a little, otherwise it's just given free of cost. They don't build such things for a business. If there were no pilgrim rest houses at pilgrimage places, where would people stay? This is why wealthy people build pilgrim rest houses. They aren't for businessmen to go and do business there. Pilgrim rest houses are built at the pilgrimage places, and your center is now the biggest pilgrimage place. Wherever you have centers, those are the greatest of all pilgrimage places where people can find peace and happiness. The center's headquarters, that is also the biggest pilgrimage place. This Gita Pathshala of yours is a very big one, and this is your source of income. You can earn a great deal through this. This is your source of income and you earn a great deal through this. This is also a pilgrim rest house for you children. It's the biggest pilgrimage place and you are receiving. We come and stay here. That's why Baba says this is the biggest pilgrimage place and you are receiving the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. There is no other greater pilgrimage place than this. You understand that you don't receive anything by going on to those pilgrimages. The devotees also take nectar at temples with a lot of love because they believe that by drinking it, their hearts will be purified. They just take that nectar with a lot of regard. They just wash their guru's feet and they consider that water to be the nectar and they feel that they get purified by drinking that water. Whereas Baba says that's just water. However, that is just water. Here the Father says, remember me, you will receive the inheritance. You are now receiving the treasures of the imperishable jewels of this knowledge from the unlimited Father. Generally, people go to Shankar thinking the Lord of the Immortality related the story to Parvati. This is why they ask him to fill their aprons. You are filling your aprons with the imperishable jewels of this knowledge. It isn't that the Lord of Immortality would sit and relate that story to just one. There must definitely be a lot more people and there would be in the land of death. What are we listening to? That is the story of immortality. They would be in the land of death. No one will be in the land of immortality to listen to the story of immortality. They would be in the land of death. There is no need to relate a story in the subtle region. They have made many pilgrimage places where all the sages and holy men, sannyasis go. They just go to such pilgrimage places. Hundreds of thousands of people go to Amarnath. How much government has to make? They have to make facilities available to the devotees. The place where the maximum number of people go is the Kumbh Mela, where they bathe in the Ganges. And they believe, because they believe that they will become pure. In fact, it's here where there is the Kumbh Mela. This is the true Kumbh Mela, where the souls meet the Supreme Soul, where the meeting of the souls and the Supreme Soul takes place. That happens at the conference stage. People have been going to those melas for birth after birth, but the Father says no one can return home by doing that, because it's only when souls become pure that they can return home. Because of being impure, everyone's wings are clipped off. That's why they come into the cycle of the rebirth. Once the soul comes down to play the role, then the soul just goes through the cycle of rebirth, so that continues till Baba comes and gives us the knowledge and takes us back home. The soul has now received wings of, what are those wings? That is the wing of the knowledge and wing of the yoga. By staying in yoga, souls are able to go, they are able to fly the fastest. If a soul has karmic accounts in America or London, he will fly there very quickly. How much time does the soul take to reach any place in the world? It just takes 1 second. So if we have to go by in plane, that takes 24 hours. However, only when souls become karmatit can they go to the land of liberation. Until then, the souls have to stay in the cycle of birth and rebirth here. Just as the drama continues to tick away, so souls too are the same. They fly away in a tick. There is nothing as fastest as a soul. Even the rockets, it takes some time for them to reach the satellite or their destination. So Baba says, but the soul just reaches any place in a second. So that's the fastest one. All the many souls will go to the incorporeal world. It will not take so long to go from one place to another place. That is the speed of the mind. The speed of the soul with which the soul travels is just as same as the speed of the mind. So people don't understand these things. It enters the intellects of few children that there will definitely be a few souls in the new world and they will remain very happy there. And having taken 84 births, those souls have become very happy, very unhappy. Now you know about the whole cycle and your intellects work on these things. The intellects of other people don't work in this way. Prajapita Brahma has been remembered. You became Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris in the previous cycle too. You know that you are the children of Prajapita Brahma. So did you become, or do you have faith? How many of you have faith that last cycle also you had become? Those who are sitting in the front row, they are not raising their hands. So you had become Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris in the previous cycle too. You know that you are the children of Prajapita Brahma. Baba is establishing heaven through us. When you become worthy number wise according to the efforts you make, the old world will be destroyed. The Trimurti is remembered here. They to keep a picture of the Trimurti. The image of the Shiva isn't shown in that. It is said establishment takes place through Brahma because they don't know about Shiva Baba, because he's the creator of Trimurti. That's why they don't show that Shiva Baba in that picture. It's also said establishment through Brahma. Who carries it out? Shiva Baba. Sustenance takes place through Vishnu. You Brahmins are now becoming worthy of becoming deities. You are now playing those parts. You will then play them again after a cycle. You are now becoming pure. You say Baba's orders are conquer the enemy of lust. Constantly remember me alone. This is very easy. You children have seen a lot of sorrow on the path of devotion. Whatever little happiness there was, it was only for a temporary period because we stumbled a lot on the path of devotion. Whatever little happiness there was, it was only for the temporary period. People have visions on the path of devotion. Their desires are fulfilled for a temporary period. It is I who grant the visions that you have. It's fixed in the drama. Those who have that intent, those who perform the intense devotion, they are granted visions. The ordinary devotees, They are not granted visions. Baba says Baba has the key of granting visions. It's Baba who does. It's fixed in the drama. Whatever happened in the past, second by second, was shot in the drama. You can't say that it has only just been recorded now. No, this drama is eternally predestined. It's already done. However, it's just getting repeated. However, many actors there are, each of them has an imperishable part to play. No one attains eternal liberation. Sannyasis say that they will merge into the light. And the Father explains, you are imperishable souls. The sannyasis and saints say that they merge into the light and they receive the eternal liberation. But Baba says no one receives the eternal liberation, nor they merge into the light. Baba says you are imperishable souls. A soul is a point, such a tiny point, that tiny point of light, that his soul has a part of 84 births recorded within him. This cycle continues to turn. Those who come to play their parts first are the ones who take 84 births. Those who comes and takes birth in the silver age, they can't take 84 births because the first 8 births of the golden age will be deducted from the total 84. Not this knowledge is not in the intellect of anyone but you children. Only the one Father is the ocean of knowledge, and you know that you are receiving the inheritance from the Father. The Father is making us pure from impure. He is giving the happy inheritance of peace and happiness. There is no name or trace of sorrow in the golden age. The Father says, may you have a long life and may you be wealthy. Those on the path of isolation can't give such blessings. So we receive this blessing for 21 births. We will be healthy and we will be the ones who have a long life. And we will have so much abundance. Just like, and the kings and the subjects also have the same abundance or the same wealth. Those on the path of isolation can't give such blessings because they consider the happiness to be the drop. They consider the happiness of this old world to be the droppings of a crow. No one knows the golden and the silver ages are the land of happiness. No one knows how there is then sorrow. There are the signs of how the deities go on to the path of sin. At Jagannath Puri, they have shown images of the deities with crowns, etc., because they have also created the dirty images. And that was why they made that idol of black stone. Because people built and kept the idols of both the idols which are made with black stone and the fair one. So that shows that when they adopt the path of sin, they become ugly. You now know that how, according to the drama plan, Bharat was so beautiful and how it then had to become Tamo Pradhan. You now receive this knowledge at the confluence age, and the Father is knowledgeful. That one is all three for you, your Father, Teacher and Guru. It should constantly remain in your intellect that Shiva Baba is teaching you. And this is the unlimited study through which you have become knowledgeful and you know everything. Because Baba is all in one, though Baba says it's one, all three in this Murli. Who is teaching us? This is the unlimited study through which you have become knowledgeful and you know everything. Those people say He's omnipresent. You say that He's the purifier. There is the difference of day and night. You have now become master knowledgeful number wise. It's mentioned in the scriptures that He's omnipresent. And what do we say? What do we say? Baba says He's the purifier. There is a difference of day and night, and you have now become master knowledgeful and number wise. The Father teaches you everything that He knows. You also tell everyone, remember the Father, and you will receive the inheritance for 21 births. Acha. What do we say, everyone? We have to remember Baba and inheritance. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The essence for the dharana, the first one, in order for you to be refreshed and for you to refresh others, stay in the remembrance of the Father, and the inheritance also remind others to do so. In order for you to be refreshed and for you to refresh others, stay in the remembrance of the Father and the inheritance and remind others to do. Second, don't attach your heart to this old world that is graveyard. Remember the land of peace and the land of happiness. Make yourself worthy of becoming a deity. The blessing. May you keep your thoughts and intellect under your orders and use them with your spiritual authority of a Master Almighty authority. May you keep your thoughts and intellect under your orders and use them with your spiritual authority of a Master Almighty authority. Just as you easily use your physical hands and feet as you want, in the same way, you should be able to focus your thoughts and intellect wherever you want. This is known as spiritual authority because these are physical, that's why it's visible and it's easy to move. But whereas whatever thoughts the mind has to create, the soul should have the power to let the mind create that. Of course, that requires practice and it requires that effort. That is known as the spiritual authority. Just as it's easy to come into sound, let it be just as easy to go beyond sound. By practicing this, you will be able to become an image that grants visions. So make this practice easy and constant. You will then be called a Master Almighty authority. Slogan. Our stage of coming into the sound and going beyond sound should be very constant and easy. Then we'll be called the Master Almighty authorities. Slogan. When your original stage is powerful, adverse situations will be nothing in front of it. When your original stage is powerful, adverse situations will be nothing in front of it. Today's obvious signal, constantly experience the unshakable, immovable and constant stage. This Achalgar, that is the home of stability, is the memorial of your unshakable stage. Just as Bab Dada remains constant and stable, in the same way, you children also have to remain constant and stable. When you remain lost in the sweetness of the One, you will be able to remain in a constant and stable stage. The punctuation mark of a question is the most bent one. When that punctuation mark is removed from you, you will be able to remain constantly stabilized on the destiny of the drama. Om Shanti. This evening, 6 p.m. All the surrendered and trial brothers and sisters are requested to come to conference hall at 6 p.m. 6 to 7 p.m. There will be yoga, and 7 p.m. there is a class by respected Santosh Didiji, and post that you will be given fruits. All the BK brothers and BK colony brothers and sisters are requested to meet Dadiji's meeting hall, and where the trans messenger sister Rukmini Didiji will meet, and you will get fruit packets. And the evening meditation from 6 to 8 p.m. will be at Dadiji's meeting hall. And the fourth group of Bhakti will start today. All the brothers who have registered your names will reach Shantivan Transport this evening by 5 p.m. Your accommodation will be at Peace Palace, 6:30 to 7:30 there is yoga. And post that you will be given the aim of this bhakti. Fifth and sixth groups will have the list of Samarpit as well as trial brothers. The eighth group, that is from 27th May, that is for the residents, the sisters. You can just give your names. Om Shanti. Let's remember Baba for 3 minutes. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Ratan Mohini ji. The power of yoga is the greatest power. See, the saints, sages, ascetics used to leave their homes and to be in caves alone. We kept hearing the examples of their previous austerities. So when the Almighty Father is teaching us this easy Raj Yoga, then how powerful it will be. When we possess an intellect with faith, then the intellect with faith is always victorious. Just sit in remembrance of the Father and in between, and Om Shanti.